U.S. stocks slumped on Wednesday after the U.S. Federal Reserve held key interest rates unchanged as expected, but projected another rate increase before the year's end. The Dow dipped 0.2%, the S&P 500 dropped nearly a full percent, and the Nasdaq plunged 1.5%. In his press conference, Fed Chair Jerome Powell noted that while inflation has cooled, the battle is far from over. But the Fed also acknowledged the strength of the economy, reinforcing the view that the U.S. will dodge a recession, says Liz Miller, president of Summit Place Financial Advisors.
If they thought a recession was coming in 2024, we would see some projections of meaningful interest rate drops next year. Once you get through 2023 on their dot plot, you just see huge dispersion and no agreement over the next few years where rates really will go.
In IPO news, marketing automation company Klaviyo jumped more than 9% in its debut on the New York Stock Exchange. That followed stellar IPOs in recent days from chip designer ARM Holdings and Instacart parent MapleBear. Both dropped Wednesday, with MapleBear losing nearly 11%, while ARM dropped 4%. But Miller says the tumbles do not reflect muted enthusiasm for more IPOs.
It's very typical that they price at the top of their range, they trade super high in day one, and then we've seen this many times before that they start pulling back. You really want to look at these stock prices in 6 months, and all of them that we've had this past week or so, I think are going to be good holdings. And, I'm optimistic about where these prices might be 6 months from today.
In other company news, shares of Pinterest added 3% after the image-sharing firm announced a share buyback of up to $1 billion. And Coty gained about 4.5% after the CoverGirl parent hiked its annual core sales forecast.